Hi guys, thank you so much for tuning into today's video. My name is Anthony. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. So I'm kind of used to the beauty world, and I literally love videos like this, and it's just so nice to get new information and new techniques. And the look that I've came up with, I didn't do the whole thing because like something natural. This is like pretty much like it. I love both Patrick and Ariel. They're such great influences on the beauty community and just in general. I didn't meet Ariel. I saw him at a distance at like this event.
Shut the fuck up, you bitch.
Like, he was sickening the house down boots, and he was like super chill. Like the makeup that he did that night on someone was sickening as fuck. Like, oh my god, I was literally staring. Also, like the brushes, it would be so much easier to do this whole look if I had those brushes. Before we start and hop right into the video, be sure to subscribe to my channel, press that post notifications. I'm new to YouTube, so let's just get this thing rolling. I love you guys, and let's just start the video. Okay, ignore my ugly face. Let's just hop right into the video because I need a catfish.
Specific technique on how I do brows. It's more so like gauging where you need the most coverage, like brow.
Okay, so first thing he's doing is doing brows, and I start with brows too. I hate brow pencils. Okay, brow pencils always rub me the wrong way because like I love that precision and I love getting those like hair-like strokes, and brow pencils never do that for me. But you just press it against something and it literally flattens it. If it turns flat, you can use like the edge of the pencil. You can use the edge of the pencil to flick those hair strokes. Before that, I would just like go dead on. But we're gonna try to like fill it in like a puzzle, like he said. And that's what we're gonna do.
Going from there and starting to shape the brow really. So right here I was starting at the very arch of the top of your brow. But then like you'll see when I start the other brow, I might go in at the lower portion of the brow. It just, I work at it like a puzzle.
Filled her in.
You are also shaping my brows with a little switchblade, girl.
Oh yeah, I usually take a little blade. This is not something you should try at home, but I take a little.
Fuck. Just kidding, bitch. I wanted to buy the Morphe brushes, but they were sold out. What I do have is my Anastasia brushes, and they literally work amazing. These retail, I don't even know how much they retail for because they don't sell them in sets. What I did is I like put my brushes side by side to the pictures, and I honestly chose each brush that was like similar. I would suggest getting makeup eyeliner brushes because they are amazing, and literally for the price point, literally amazing. This is gonna be the A19. I'll be concealing my brows with a flat brush like he is. I believe his brush is like double-sided, and literally I'm just gonna like use the other side of the brush and literally conceal my fucking brow.
Similar to your natural skin tone to apply that on the lid.
Oh my god.
This is just singing! Garage! Come on.
No, I'm kidding. Allows me to, you know, apply like that cream concealer under the brow bone to highlight. I use a darker concealer shade, and this I use to create that natural transition where it looks almost like your natural discoloration, but just prettier, you know?
So I just concealed the bottom of my brows, and literally they look like they just got waxed. For the top brow, uses a shade closer to the skin. I can't read it. Meringue.
Can you say magnetic? Just keep going. Charismatic.
I can't pronounce it, but I'm using that one, and marshmallow. Marshmallow's the darker shade, so I'm gonna use that for the top of my brow, and we're just gonna get into it.
And this kind of builds for that transition of like my eyeshadow.
What's interesting here is that you use creams underneath, whereas like, you know, the Instagram days is like everyone just uses their brow bone highlight color and bring it all the way down.
Or they'll use like an eye primer and just like go straight into it while it's wet.
Whereas you use more of like a thicker cream, a stiff cream, and go over. And right here, I'm setting it.
Yeah. And this is my lucky brush, you guys. This is one of my favorite brushes in my collection. This really does like allow to like set and seal the deal without disturbing anything, and it's also so small that it allows you to get into those small areas and have like more precise setting. I've had this brush with me forever. I just like recreated it for you guys.
I'm gonna conceal with this.
my kit since I first started doing makeup.
And if you guys didn't catch it, Makeup by Ariel sets the eyebrow as well, because once they started hitting my brow, I was like, wait a damn minute, like what are you doing? You also said it neutralizes the eyebrow.
Okay, I'm gonna try to stay committed to following this step by step, but oh my god, he's just like 3 concealers. I'm gonna hop in with a transition shade, literally just then pat in the product like that.
It neutralizes the color of the brow, and it allows it to have more of like that natural brow color versus like the warmth that is usually in a product, you know? It kind of like cancels it out a little bit.
Really cool.
I'm excited about brows though, because I heard a little brand over here is coming out with some brows. So
Really? Really? And what are you doing right here?
I'm using my transition shade, and I don't know if you guys noticed, but I tap the front of the brow so that shade just like flows into the brow and starts my nose contour. So you'll see later on, it's what I'm doing right now. I'm blending it on the sides of the nose so that when I do his nose contour, it all just flows together and is like one cohesive thing.
But my eyes were closed the whole time, and I didn't want to look so I can watch it back with you like today. But like you pretty much do the whole nose
On the
in
side,
the beginning,
yeah.
and you don't touch it for like the rest of the video. I'm like, how did he do that? It's like such
I
a
only
unique
touch
process.
where I need to like touch while I'm doing makeup, so everything has its.
So I'm gonna hop in with that transition shade again. He hopped in and put it like in his brow and brought it down to his nose. So that's what I'm gonna do.
And you have like the lightest touch. I was literally just trying to enjoy. The reason why I wanted to do this format is to just really enjoy the makeup process with you and like catch up, because our careers have just blown up in different ways. You as a celebrity makeup artist, me as an influencer, now having my own brand, and you with your collaboration with Morphe. It's just crazy to have this captured on video, because we've known each other for close to a decade.
Using this brush, but literally his is half the size, and he's going in with that like darker transition shade. So I'm gonna do that.
Like flat precision like blending brush, and I'm going into his crease with a darker color from his palette. And this is allowing me to like really start to create that shape of his crease. Brush is actually like my precision like smudging brush, but it's so flat and thin that it allows me to also cut the crease with this. And I could do this with powder, or I could do this also with creams, which is what we're doing now. Initially, I had mapped out his crease the way that his natural crease wants to go, which is a lot more rounded. But because I knew that we were going to contour his nose a lot smaller, I took in the crease and brought it like towards the bridge of the nose.
All right, onto the face. You are using the Secure the Blur primer. Oh, this is the foundation brush?
This is my foundation brush. This is my A24 brush.
So I'm gonna be using the Secure the Blur primer, available at Sephora. Okay, so right here I'm noticing the brush is very stiff and it's lifting stuff that I don't want to lift. So get the Ariel brushes. Like, bitch, get it.
I numbered it after my mom. I know it might sound cheesy to some people, but my mom really is the foundation of my life. And
full Morphe signature
look collection.
Perfect. And he's using this on my face. If you guys didn't know, Secure the Blur has niacinamide, witch hazel, microspheres that blur the skin. And he was like,
I was so shook with this because it's not that
I'm going to be using the LA Girl Pro Concealer. This one a little red tone, so I will be neutralizing it, like he said in the video, with like a foundation just to get that like, that coverage, but without like colors, and just adding layers.
Here I forgot what I was doing. I forgot that I was working with a man. And he actually needed corrector initially, but it's fine.
He works on women all day, and I'm just so used to using my my orange color corrector on my face, but he just went right in, which I thought was fine.
Which is fine. You know what? Color corrector really helps with like the shadowing not coming through.
I think he used a little bit on top.
But I ended up going with corrector afterwards. Yeah, I was like, you know what? It's fine. It's me.
So yeah, I'm basically just buffing it in and neutralizing the color and mixing the color corrector with the foundation just so it doesn't like peek through. And yeah.
This is...
Wait, hold on.
Alrighty, I think we're gonna need a new bottle. Take it. Because you were soaking up all my product with that big ass face and all that stuff.
This one is Pat McGrath.
This is Pat McGrath in number 18. I'm obsessed with this foundation. I feel like it's really lightweight, but it does the work like if you need coverage. But of course, we weren't gonna stop here. After this, I went in with color corrector.
Right here, we are going in with the Dragon Beauty Orange Color Corrector.
Just doing the color correcting because I'm used to color correcting, and this is like the step in my routine that's not in like the typical Kylie and Kardashian vibe, you know? They literally have laser surgery, so they don't grow beards like I do. So I'm basically just setting in color corrector, and I'm using a bright powder just to like desaturate it, basically like a thin layer of foundation. And he does it with like this kind of brush or like this kind of brush. I'm gonna use I don't know.
I used RCMA, which is still on the warm side, but it's a little bit more neutral. And I'm like, but you guys don't realize that's a picture and that's how it photographed, and it wasn't as natural as you think it was.
I don't have his brushes, obvi, so I'm going to be using this foundation brush that is similar to his. Okay, so I'm using the A24 brush from his collection. His brush is actually so much better because it will like disperse the product all over the place when it like opens, when it goes into your skin. So amazing. And I noticed that his name of the brush is literally engraved into the brush, so it won't smear off and you can always refer back to it for anything. I typically bronze with foundation, and I feel like he does too because I didn't see him hop in with the bronzer. So yeah, I'm gonna use a foundation to bronze it up and like frame my face and stops it from looking extra cakey. So I'm just gonna disperse this foundation all over. And I put the color corrector all over my nose because it just cancels out any other like light when I conceal. It just makes it look more snatched, you'll see. But
I really enjoy doing contour before concealer because I feel like sometimes you can get carried away with applying too much concealer that goes too far out, and you don't need to. Like, the concealer doesn't need to blend out all the way this way. So I carve the face first and then I highlight where it's needed.
It's crazy because sometimes I feel like I go too far and I take the contour to like erase it or mix it, but then I just end up using too much product.
Exactly.
Bitch, I'm noticing he gets into the glam. Like, he literally every detail. Bitch, if it was up to me, he just grab a sponge and just and put it on and it's on. But he's literally taking like baby steps because he doesn't want to like mess up the process. I remember him talking about a time that he got black on Kim's eye, and that shit would be so scary, especially like if your client's about to like leave and go on set or like go to an event or something like that. That shit would be so fucking scary. Literally so talented, dude. Like, I could never. What the fuck? I mean, a girl's face is easier, but in his face, you literally have to like take away all these extra tones. My brush is kind of stiff. It's not dispersing the product out how I would like, but you know, we're just gonna like blend it out the way I know how to cover this bitch, because
So when I tell you
But this sponge is really
okay, he's using a blender. I was about to say.
I can use the same sponge to apply foundation on one side, concealer on the other side, and bake with the other side.
I was so gagged because here normally I would cut my eyeshadow, but here you went for that snatched look and cut right under the eyeliner, which gives it a more almond, it kind of like he paints a smize
onto the
eyes, and I realized that he made my eye longer horizontally, whereas for me, I love that bright doughy-eyed Patrick Star effect. So my lashes that I have with ONESIZE are very up and down, like vertically built, whereas here you have a beautiful sculpted eye.
Yeah, I was just using the sponge to like barely tap that in so that I don't go too far out, because the more out you bring your concealer, the bigger you make the center of your face look. We want this to look very shrunken and small, especially because my contours are very soft. Like, I don't,
as most makeup people know, you map up your face and you put it like this. So that's where we're gonna put the concealer. We're just gonna keep it under our eye and not bring it out anymore. And yeah,
I think they realize how much I love to blend in the process so that every step is blended.
Yeah, I think you were also blending, like how you blended the cream, the RCMA, and the eyes, which led to that, because the transition is just so beautiful and seamless. And the same. This is what I was talking about earlier.
This process takes forever, so I'm going to cut, and literally you just blend it right underneath the eye. Don't extend it, And yeah, I'll be right back. I'm starting to realize why he conceals with like a tiny ass brush, because if you mess up, literally, because if you do mess up, it turns to a big problem, and if it was a little brush, it would be a little problem that you can easily fix. My nose contour with my eye contour, just blending out any harsh concealer lines that are like visible. You see, I missed all that underneath like my nose area, so I'm gonna fill all that. I like to conceal my beard and my mustache a little bit because I don't want that color to peek through throughout the night, and the color corrector just does not do it for me.
Same here with RCMA.
RCMA, and I'm using Shinto 4 to contour the nose.
He literally conceals with like the tiniest brush on the bridge. So I'm gonna do that. And yeah, just like the tiniest line. Oh my god. I'm gonna stop the highlight point right here because I want my nose to look more snatched than it is, pointier than it is. RIP your hands, Ariel, cause oh my god. RIP Ariel's hands, because this is like so much to do. Like, I'm sorry, but Kylie's makeup every day. Oh my god. You must have it down because my hand is cramping. He lets the concealer sit on your nose for a while just so it can like seep in and it can absorb into your makeup. And the powder will also cling onto it better when it's sitting for a while.
I'm using like a wedge sponge, and I'm just applying it straight at the bridge of the nose. And we set the center of the skin right now.
Does this technique apply to mostly all your clients? Is your baking pretty much
Everything,
standard across the board?
even when I'm doing the lightest makeup.
So he's blushing right after concealer, and I normally set my concealer right after because I crease. I already blushed per se underneath this concealer, and he's cream blushing right now. What I'm gonna do is just add a powder and set my under eye so it doesn't crease. So what I like to do is I literally want to set my under eye so I don't crease right there. His glam comes to life once you mattify and like set everything. So I'm gonna conceal and then set everything. So what I'm doing is I'm applying the foundation as like a base, and then also to cover that color corrector I put. And yeah, we're just gonna like buff it out and blend the concealer and that together. I'm kind of like diffusing this highlight just because it's a little bit too bright. Okay, but no, my nose already looks so snatched.
And then I also never, like you said, touch the sides of the nose where I applied that contour, and it just
See, when he left this nose right here, I was like, is he gonna blend that out?
I know.
Right here, you're using cream blush.
This is not cream blush. I think it's liquid.
Okay.
I'm using NARS. It's like the peachy one. I don't know the name of it.
Sickening. You can tell, like, we haven't even powdered, and the blend is just impeccable.
Wow.
I don't know what hour this is, but I think we're
This is
like
hour
three. We haven't even set the. But guys, I'm
brows
gonna...
itself took like 45 minutes.
Oh yeah.
So then eyes was like another 40, probably an hour, and then now the skin took another hour.
Blend.
Okay, so I'm gonna powder. Finally. So he's powdering with a puff. I don't know what powder he's using, but I believe it's a Patrick Star. And I want that powder so bad. The powder that I literally love with all my heart is the Huda powder. She worked so hard on this formula, and I know Patrick worked hard on his formula too. Working hard on another formula for something of mine right now, but Huda Booty, it's amazing. Literally, I took a nap in this the other day, and I had like a full beat on. No crease, no nothing, stayed on my face, amazing, impeccable. Let's use that word.
A lot less product because I just cake. Yeah. But then once you start powdering,
that's where
the glam just like comes together.
Agreed.
And this is your classic baking here.
Right. So I initially don't fully apply a shit ton of powder to the face. Like I set the makeup very well, And I put a thin layer of like a baking. Using your One Size Ultimate powder, and we're making sure that everything is just like locked and set into place if you're
So he's getting like a tiny wedge brush. What I do have is a baby beauty blender, so I'm gonna use that for that. And I'm just gonna pinch it and like put it down my nose. I'm baking right now and I shouldn't be. I'm sorry. I'll wipe this bake. He literally just pressed the powder into the skin.
So that it doesn't take away from what I've put on.
This was moved really quick. So basically what happened was like he literally just pressed the powder into the skin, didn't bake, and then he baked this part of the nose. But every face is different.
And we went back and forth between this kind of fluffy cotton like puff and then the One Size fabric puff.
Exactly.
But is there a purpose to using this kind of puff?
Okay, so he's setting the whole face. So I'm using my Laura Mercier powder puff, but I'm using my Huda Beauty powder. Oh my god. I'm gonna just like spill it on this puff and just like bam, 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 bam. But he takes little dibble dabbles into everything. So I'm gonna take little dibble dabbles to everything. This is the part that I like because it's literally beating the product into your face, and yeah, well, if it ends up on here, that's how you know that it's not set. And if you lay down on your sheets, it's somewhere, or get your hair on your face, it's literally like gonna transfer. He's using the Turn Up the Base powder, and the packaging on this looks so similar to another product I know, and I live for it because Miss Patrick, that's money. That's money, miss, ma'am.
Hey, he did say that my glam was very, I said, is it Kim or Kylie? You said more so.
It's more so like on the Kim side. Yeah, like.
Okay, so he's basically using a face powder as like a bronzer base blender type of thing. So I'm gonna be using my Benefit bronzer. I don't know what brush he's using.
He's taking medium dark sip.
He's using a big fluffy brush. Like a brush that I would use to like wipe my bake. This one. But his is like more arrow shaped. This is more like flat. So yeah, I'm gonna hop in with this one and do the best I can to not disturb like everything and make it look patchy and all that stuff. So yeah.
Darker powder, because I feel like also when flash hits the face, powder can photograph a little bit lighter than what it is. So I tend to go a little bit darker than what you
I'm like, why the fuck do you have to get my shoulders?
It did blur so much. Like it
dude,
like
his blur looks so fucking good. Like, I'm telling you, like that looks fucking airbrushed. Like I look like fucking Flashback Mary on crack. He looks fucking airbrushed and fucking smooth everywhere. Oh my god.
It's so beautiful. The powder
I need that powder.
so
Patrick,
easy.
put it in your PR. Or actually, no, I want to buy it. Is that formula, bitch?
extra layer
Oh
of
my
coverage
god.
that you needed.
And it's buildable. The powder is most definitely buildable for those that are wondering, does it look good natural or not? But it starts off as medium and you can go as much as you want to get that medium to full.
I want his powder literally so bad. I want to buy it. That formula, oh my god. I know you put your, like, literally, you're just like Huda. You put your heart and soul into that formula.
Medium 2 at the center of the face. This is kind of just brightening those like highlights that we already applied and reinforcing them. For every cream I apply, there's a powder or two.
He's using a powder for under the eye and like fixing all that. So what I do for my under eye powder is I don't typically use a under powder because my skin tone changes so much. Like sometimes I'm like super tan, sometimes I'm like super light. It just changes. Like I use the top left corner from the James palette. And that's what I use for like my under eye contour.
The blend is just
more powder.
Reinforcing more bake, right?
Right, so now after I set...
Sorry, you're using a pressed powder, not a setting powder. Okay, okay. More fucking products. Oh my god. I want to try that though. That looks so amazing. What the fuck?
My anatomy is different.
Fuck. I'm gonna try that. Highlighting the center of my forehead. I'm honestly gonna pop in with my contour shade again and just do that underneath my under eyes, and just so it coheres or like comprehends or like goes hand in hand with my contour. Okay, I'm back. Okay, so I couldn't find my highbrow thingy, And that's crazy because Benefit literally sends me each PR box, and literally I have like 3 of them and I can't find not one. I did use the eyeshadow primer pencil for like my inside my water lines. And then I used that same darker shade underneath on the edge of both eyes just to like, because my eyes were looking like too open. So like I wanted to like close them up a bit, so I put them at the edge and like.
So too, for people that have like baggy under eye circles, it kind of like hides that too. I've always thought about that. I'm like, oh my god, this literally camouflages any lines that you have underneath the eyes, and super precise.
Literally. I'm not putting black. That's so scary. Really, I want to put black, but not today because that's like too glam, and I have stuff to do later today. I look like too glam, like bam, bam, you know.
It's just so insane. So now I'm applying my first layer of blush. First layer of blush. If you guys...
First layer of blush. Bitch, I live for a blush too. I love blush so much. I could use the same kind of brush, and it's like a little like gross to think of it, but I like to think of it as like a like that kind of. Don't clock me. But literally that's what I think of it as, and I literally just go in and blush it up. And I love making my cheeks look extra pink, like I just got spanked or something like that, you know? That's just, I'm just being real. Like, that's what blush does to my face, and like, I love it.
14 to 16 blushes, and all I saw was, people are like, what blush does...
Okay, so he basically mixed them. This one from LA Girl blush from LA Girl, and it's like more like a curly, like pinky, and I live for it. Honestly, my favorite blush. And then I'm gonna use like a more orangey tone blush, and I'm just gonna mix the two and make myself like look like I just got slapped. You know,
like the longer the more highlighted that gets, because the more powder gets absorbed into the skin, so that creates like a really thin film of like this like brighter.
It's the Benefit one, shimmery orangey one, just to like juice it up, and I literally just smack it on.
Like a really thin film of like this like brighter cast onto the nose that allows the nose to look more lifted and contoured.
Now we're gonna contour. This is dark 4, which is a golden.
I like to warm this bitch up because she looks a little ashy sometimes. Face this way. Ooh.
See, do you guys...
I don't think I'm ready to wipe up my bake because my nose is so fat and it needs to sit longer. So
you know.
Okay, so right now he's wiping away the bake, and that's what I'm gonna do. George did it. I'm gonna do it. So sickening. Literally, my nose is super snatched right now, dude.
Yeah, because it's higher than what I feel I would do, because I go pretty low, which kind of like droops the face.
Right, so this kind of just like lifts and awakens the face.
Already bronzed, so I'm going to act like I'm bronzing again.
Blending it in and like having it adhere better to the skin.
And now you're contouring the nose, when I thought this whole time, because I wasn't like really paying attention, I was just so focused, even under this like HD camera. And
it all just like blends in so well, which says a lot about your product too, because I feel like a lot of products tend to not.
Carving that bitch out and swooping up. Maybe a little higher. Maybe a little higher. Maybe a little higher. We're gonna copycat, swoop. I put on my mascara too now. This is honestly my favorite mascara. It's so like gel-like in the applicator. Amazing grace. I'm gonna curl my lashes, stick straight down, and I'm gonna like touch other parts. Speaking of touching parts on accident, I remember one time I was at work and I touched my manager's nipple on accident, and then they got hard and you could see them through her shirt. And that was super weird. I don't know what that means. Maybe it's like she got it. I don't know. I literally don't know. I'm gay. Lash curler is so dirty. Oh my god.
Nothing. We filmed this Cinco de Mayo, girl.
So this part was interesting because I normally don't use this big of a lash, but when you have a lot of real...
I love the original Miami. So ones that are like so tiny and dainty and all that stuff. Mercy A lip liner. And it's cute. It's cute. Just get my lips done. Oh my god. Absolutely been loving this gloss from Artist Couture. Oh my god. It literally doesn't sting to like the dry skin patches like on your lips. And it literally stings your lips a little bit to give them a little plump. And then even then, after like a few days after you use it, your lips will feel nice, like big and juicy. Love the applicator, because you can just like get right into it. I'm gonna put chapstick before gloss. Oh my god. Okay, now he's highlighting. Oh my god. He's using a fucking brow brush for that though. Oh my god, girl. My nose can't be that skinny. They're gonna clock me the house down boots. Getting on watch time. Come on, AdSense.
Feel it as you're posing. Like, that is what I live for though. It's like that.
Oh my god. Patrick. She is sickening. Okay, I'm gonna set the face like he did. I'm using the Huda Beauty. I'm using the Huda Beauty. I'm using the Huda Beauty setting spray resting boss face. Literally, I took a nap in this, stayed on my face, and literally woke up and got back to work. Literally the best shit ever. So I'm just gonna, it stinks a little bit, but you can go swimming in it, literally.
To now us having our own, my collab, your brand,
yeah,
me,
just
my
crazy.
artistry in general, your presence on social media, like it's all so special.
Let me just say, I'm so proud of both of them. Like, they've literally put in the work. I remember seeing Patrick from like a long time ago. Like, I grew up watching Patrick, and literally it was so amazing to see how far he's evolved, and like it's just like so amazing, like his brand and everything. I remember when his brand came out, I was like so gagged. Literally wanted to work at Sephora just to sell his products. I wish him the best, and honestly, Ariel too, I congrats on this Morphe collab. Like, oh my god, they fired me, but it doesn't really matter because I was in high school and I didn't take it seriously, and it's fine. I would have sold so much brushes for you. It's already sold out, but I would have even sold after they like had that peak. You know what I mean? Wow. Okay, this is the end of the video. This is the look that I came out with. Literally so sickening. Hope you guys enjoyed this video as much as I did. It's just so cool to have these certain techniques. And Ariel, I pray for your fucking hands. He's not watching this, but like I pray for your fucking hands because like this blending and all that stuff. Oh my fucking god, girl. Kylie, thank you so much. Oh my god. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Make sure to hit the subscribe button. Like, be sure to follow me on all my socials. I do makeup content on Instagram, TikTok. Love you guys. Thank you for watching the video all the way through, and hope you enjoyed. Be sure to purchase these brushes because literally this will make this makeup application so much easier. The brushes I've used are literally so overpriced. Like, literally 5 of the brushes that I have here are the whole set of Ariel's whole kit. Like, literally go cop these brushes. They're literally amazing. They're literally sickening. They literally blend like a dream. I like watched the video and oh my god, you saw what it did. Like, it literally blurred and blended everything together. Be sure to cop Patrick Starr's products because he put his heart and soul into those products. I can just tell by the ingredients that I saw, and oh my god, they're literally Patrick in a product, and it's so amazing to see like these come to life. Videos, be sure to hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and it really helps me a lot. Yeah, have a nice day and stay safe, and love you guys. Bye. Follow me on my socials.